I am recording this after the game is played, so I may or may not know who won. I won't spoil it. I had gotten quite tilted yesterday from a very long end game, and I kind of blew the position. And White coming out with a big center and playing a6 makes this game pretty unique. There are no games in the Masters database like past this move. A6 is not a good move. When White takes the center like that, you need to play d5. You need to claim part of the center. And even though with a lot of hyper-modern openings, you get used to this idea of using minor pieces to attack the center in the middle game, you can't get too cramped in here. Even if Stockfish says it's okay, it's very hard for a human to play. So the more trades, the better it is for Black right now. And so maybe the fact that he took my knight, or he traded knights, and also he fianchettoed his light squared bishop, maybe those things were conceding a little too much to me. Again, maybe Stockfish wouldn't mind, but as a human, I think it helped me immensely in this game. So I was looking for ways to get the light squared bishop out right now. Both myself and my opponent made some mistakes. Really not a lot of big mistakes, but some mistakes. Maneuvering the knight to e7 to bring it to f5 was so that I could take his dark squared bishop if he did bring it down to h6, as shown in some of the many arrows that I drew. And now you'll see my opponent playing this very, very positionally. So this isolated queen's pawn that I'll talk a little bit about after the game in analysis, it's usually used as an anchor for the knight, and that's exactly what he uses it as. Games with an IQP are also associated with Black being cramped in, as I am, and they're associated with a lot of open files. So I watched some Ben Feingold content about isolated queen's pawns, and I will link to that video in the description. I watched it after this game, thinking that I would like to be able to play these positions a little more actively and not get so cramped. Because if my opponent had played a little bit faster, I definitely feel like I could have been in huge trouble. The more that I can trade, the better. If I'm able to get into an endgame up a pawn or in an otherwise winning position, then that is the dream come true. It will all be, my entire life will be downhill from there. Okay, and now I finally can get my light squared bishop out. I like that he played rook a3. I don't know that it was the best way to make progress, and I guess come at me on the queen side. Yeah, I like that idea of that bishop c2 move that I did not play. And my opponent did have a chance to take on b7. I didn't think that he could. Obviously, he didn't think that he could. I'll go over that a little bit in the game breakdown. And now, with all that pressure on the knight, he gets the queen out of the pin. And so now I can take winning a pawn. But also, another thing that you want to do with the isolated queen's pawn is you want to blockade it. And so, if my opponent had been able to find a way to cause a little more havoc on the queen's side and harass my queen a little bit more, I think this could have ended very quickly. Okay, and now I see an opportunity to get behind the rook, and if he moves it, the queen would be pinned, and now the rook is pinned, and that's why he moves the king out of the way to unpin. And now I really have absolutely no idea what this move is about. Okay, the queen may have been misplaced where it was, but that's just a blunder. I cannot take his queen. That pawn is too far advanced. I would be gone, down, on to the next one. And again, not ever pushing my queenside pawns, a very unique decision. But my pieces finally get coordinated, and I'll take a look at this in the game breakdown, as this was sort of the one and only moment that things really came together for me. He had to trade the rook, and I could go into a winning endgame right now, and that would do it. And so I didn't. I decided that I would do that. Not quite sure why, but I did win a pawn. I was threatening bishop e4, so it does make some sense. And now I have twice as much time and 3 times the moxie. I don't know. And now his pawn is getting dangerously close to becoming a queen, and now I'm going to have to rely on my bullet skills. But luckily, I play bullet sometimes. Okay, and now my opponent moves pieces fast. He's gonna move. Yep, he's gonna move his pieces fast, and that'll do it. So that is a good game. We'll go to the game breakdown. So let's go to the first known position. Okay, so I played a novelty. This is not in the Masters database at all. Really? Okay, so what am I doing wrong here then? Okay, so it wants me to play d5 immediately. And okay, now I have to play d5 or I'm a goner. I did play it. Either way, black has basically equalized for the most part no matter what. So, dare I say, this is not that bad for black. I did say I really wanted to get my light squared bishop out. Knight to e7 makes a lot of sense in my opinion. I don't know if they still have this feature on chess.com, but one of the things that they used to have was that in game review you could look at game themes. So king pawn endgame, rooks on the 7th, connected passed pawns. And the theme of this game was really isolated queen pawn. This is the classic isolated queen pawn that you get from d4 openings. It's not a good or bad thing, although I believe I've heard people say both from time to time. His idea is to come here, and I would like to be able to play there. Wow! It wants him to play this move? What? Wait, why can't I play this? Look at that engine insanity. Oh! Brutal! Maybe if that was a classical game, I would have seen that. Holy... My opponent just kept playing moves that kept him about equal. So if you did not watch any of my game, this would be your moment to pause the video and find the winning move. There's only one winning move for black in this position. See if you can find it. Alright, I'm back from the store, and so now if you were able to find this move, congratulations. The correct move is Rook C8. That's the move I played, and now my position is completely winning. Bishop defends, and this queen has no access to the back rank. He tries to keep an eye on the back rank with queen d2. Well, my pieces just connect perfectly. And if he plays here, looking to continue with the pawn push, the game is more or less over. Check on e1. If you want to come back with the bishop, you actually have a mate in 8. This is pretty brutal. There. And the rook can come out to help, but now you have bishop check. No, that didn't happen during the game. My opponent decided to play the top engine move, to his credit, giving away the rook and thus allowing the check, and now allowing... Oh, you're actually winning with the queen trade. Oh, yeah. I had a massively winning endgame that I could have just gone into this massively winning endgame. But I figured I would win on time, which is okay, especially because I win this pawn. Draw, 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 and until... Oh, and then he gives up a little advantage there, but with 1 second left. That's the game. You could take bets at home on what percentage you think I played. We both had 3 mistakes. We both had 1 blunder. I don't know why. I feel like he blundered twice, but okay. And okay, so if you guessed 87%, congratulations.